Friedkin.
Quante emozioni nel rivedere queste immagini. Beh, ho avuto la fortuna di conoscere Friedkin nel 1987 in occasione di una retrospettiva dei suoi film che avevo organizzato a Torino. Abbiamo trascorso alcuni giorni insieme e non posso dirvi quante cose mi ha insegnato in quei giorni, cosa che ha continuato a fare nei numerosi incontri successivi, ancora a Torino, poi a Los Angeles e poi a Venezia, nelle numerose volte in cui è stato qui alla Mostra del Cinema. L'ultima volta che l'ho visto è stato febbraio scorso ed era l'ultimo giorno delle riprese del suo ultimo film che stiamo per vedere questa sera. Era pieno di energie e di felicità, si percepiva chiaramente che per lui essere di nuovo sul set dopo tanti anni era una gratificazione immensa. La troupe lo venerava e non poteva essere diversamente. Friedkin è stato un regista immenso che ha contribuito a rivoluzionare il cinema americano degli anni 70, anche se nell'ultima parte della sua straordinaria carriera artistica lo studio system hollywoodiano lo aveva un po' messo da parte, o forse è lui che si era chiamato fuori, incapace di scendere a compromessi con quelli che definiva in maniera un po' sprezzante gli empty suites. Una sua amica ha scritto in uno dei tantissimi articoli pubblicati dopo la sua inattesa scomparsa: era eternamente giovane, eternamente pronto a mettere in dubbio le convenzioni del pensiero comune, la periglizia mentale, la banalità, il conformismo. E un altro amico suo lo ha definito così: era un monello con un perfido senso dell'umorismo, una spallanderia tipica di Chicago e un sorriso contagioso e complice. Billy era generoso con gli altri, una rarità a Hollywood, specialmente con i suoi colleghi registi. Era un uomo di irresistibile certezza, in particolare sull'arte di fare film, un argomento di cui sapeva molto. Ma vorrei che fosse un altro grande regista, che gli deve molto, a ricordarlo per noi in maniera ancora più personale, Damien Chazelle.
When I first became aware of the name William Friedkin, I was just a child, and the name itself filled me with fear. I probably had the font of The Exorcist in my mind. I hadn't seen the film yet, but I'd seen the letters written out in that typeface, and the sound of the word Friedkin seemed to suggest to me the darkest, most forbidden recesses of the imagination. The kinds of things that would inspire nightmares for the rest of your life. So to me, William Friedkin meant fear. But today I think of his name and I think of love. I think of love of cinema, love of all art, and a vision for how the arts can intersect and inform each other. A vision of cinema is not separate but inextricably linked to music, to literature, to painting, of course to opera. I think of the kindness and the generosity he showed me when I was just starting out as a filmmaker. I had just made Whiplash, for which my editor and I had the car chase from the French Connection playing on a loop while we cut. And Friedkin invited me to his home, which was already a sort of pinch-me invitation to receive. And I'll never forget the experience of discovering that the man responsible for movies that had punched me so mercilessly in the gut, like Sorcerer, French Connection, Cruising, Killer Joe, was in person so warm, so welcoming, so sweet, humble, loving. Getting to know Billy, getting to spend time with him and with Sherry, and their marriage was itself one of cinema's all-time love stories. This was one of the great honors of my life. But returning for one moment to the idea of fear, of course there's been a lot of it in the world of cinema lately, especially in Hollywood. And so it seems we lost Friedkin when we needed him, perhaps more than ever. He was fearless, in every sense of the word. You get a sense in his movies of a filmmaker and his characters pushing up against the boundaries of what is possible and finally stepping past them. That's what makes his films feel so live wire and electric, and ultimately so transcendent. They are about that exposed wire. That's what makes them vital. It's the rain-soaked bridge in the jungle. It's the aging priest whipped by hot desert winds, standing up and staring down the unfathomable. Or it's as simple as a chicken drumstick. My personal favorite. This was a cinema made without fear, made with total commitment, opening up to visions so primal and powerful that they feel indelible, they even feel forbidden. I think it comes back to love, because I think he had to love this art form with a kind of crazed passion, to be willing to put himself out there like he did, film after film, with every single film he made. He was, simply put, the kind of director who made the rest of us directors look safe. Like his movies, I think his example will live on. In fact, I know it will. I think Mr. Friedkin is not finished inspiring us, defying us, scaring us, filling our minds with dreams and nightmares, pushing us out of our comfort zones and into terrains of the soul that are ultimately the province of the greatest cinema poets, of Murnau, Lang, Dreyer, Pasolini, Buñuel. A lineage I think Friedkin belonged to, carried on, and strengthened. We'll always be in his debt. All of us were blessed to be in his presence, whether in person or through his work, and I believe his brilliance, his fearlessness, and his love will last forever. Grazie, Signor Friedkin.